Hello boys, girls, and everyone else. It's your boy ShadyMcTrash here, back with a brand new video. Today what I got for you is a new segment of what I'm going to call Trash DIYs. And today I'm going to tell you how to make a single colored paracord bracelet. Now the paracord I got is different colors, but what I mean is like you can have like black and white, two different kind of colored paracords. This is just one, but you can have multiple if you want. I may make another video. So what you'll need is you'll need to cut 8 feet of paracord is what I normally use. You can use it bigger for bigger wrist. Depends on the wrist size. Sometimes you don't need 8 feet. But for my wrist, for this demonstration, we'll use 8 feet. So usually you'd have a spool of about 100 or 25. What you want to do is you want to cut it at the size you want. I did 8 feet. And I use a heating iron to dab the edges. So, and that using an iron is one of the better ways to get a flatter tip. A lot of the time, if you use a lighter, it'll get big and gunky on the end, and that's something you don't want, because when you try to put them through the clip, it will be difficult. What I do is after I do that, I also, once they're still hot, I put them in pliers to flatten them down, so that when I put them through the end, it's not as hard. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll unravel our cord and we'll split it in half like this. We'll make sure it's flat to where we meet in the middle. We'll take our thing. I like doing this one first. So we'll shove it. We want to go top down when we put it in. We'll take these two and shove them through like this. Oh. Shove them through like this. Want to bring it through, and we'll want to tighten it so it should look like this. So then we'll take this end, our bottom, we'll flatten it out, make sure it's flat, make sure it's like this. Sometimes you will get difference, that's alright, you can live with it. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to put this the same way that this was. So we'll go back to here. We want this facing this way, so just for my sake, I'll make sure it's even. Okay. So this way is what we need. Okay. So, for the sake of this, we'll go top down. So we'll want to shove it through this hole. There are different clips. It's easier if you get a single clip. They're like one big one instead of this little fucking thing in the middle. At Hobby Lobby, in the place I get my paracord clips, they don't have those anymore. Which I don't know why, because these are a pain in the ass and they know it. So I'll shove both of these cords through. Okay. Now I got way through. You want to tighten it. Just to make sure we have it on the right way, which we do, because when we go, it'll connect like this. So now what we want to do is we want to size it. So you want to do for your wrist, I use, that was close. I'll use mine for thing. So if you like it tight, you'll want it tight. If you want it not tight, you'll get loose. So, there's a good amount. So then, make sure it's stuck like that. Make sure it's flat. Okay. And now you want to separate the two sides. So now when you have that, we'll want to take our right or our left. We'll take it, and we'll spin it like this. So now, and we put it up against here. And what we'll want to do is we'll want to take the other paracord. We want to put it behind it. Oh, excuse me. I'll put it behind it, bring it around from behind, and we'll want to shove it through that hole, and then we'll pull it through. So once we pull it through, we'll tighten it. And there we go. There we have the official start to the paracord bracelet. So that's going to be the length. should be a little short, and depending on this length is how much this is the you can't move this, and you can't make the paracord bracelet bigger or smaller unless you unravel that, push it through, and push it back. So if you need a bigger bracelet, you'll have to unwrap it again and untie it. If you do the knot all the way down and then you find out it's not big enough, you've got a problem. Because it will small up a little bit, but because it's obviously taking up more space because you're doing your knot. So just be aware of that. So what we'll have is, you see how that is pointing that way, and this is what we tied through. So now we'll want to wrap it around like this. We'll want to put it like that, and we'll take our other end, push it behind and back through that hole, and then we'll tighten it, or drag it through like that, and then we'll tighten it. And we tighten it, we'll push it back. When you wanna sort of pull it so that way you know it's close and tight, because if you don't, it'll get little air bubbles. So you see how that and then we have this. Now I like this because it's this is a little indicator, because it's an arrow pointing to what you have next. So you do that, you go through there and behind. You pull it through and you tighten it. And you'll want to do this. It's called a cobra braid, I guess. I think that's what they call it. Yeah, it's called a cobra braid. And then it'll be behind, and this will be the front, and this will be the back. So we'll keep going. Alright, and I'll get to you guys back when I'm done with this. And there we go. Here's our paracord bracelet done from here to here. That's what it'll look like. So if we do this, this is a decent sized bracelet, so it may be a little too big for me, but my mom has perfect wrist, or has wrists slightly bigger than mine, so it'd be perfect. So we do this, and there we go. That's decent. That's a big bracelet. Okay. So now for tying up loose ends. We're funny. All right. So for this, what we'll want to do is we'll want to find a good little snippet. We'll cut it down to here. Want to make sure to get it low, but not too low. Oh. It'll take a second. As you can see, it doesn't look as perfect. It's a little messy. So then we'll get that off to the side. Now with that, what we'll do is I'll take my smelting iron. I am right-handed, so I'll use my right hand. And you want to just sort of, it's gonna look a little bad since I got too much. Actually, for the sake of this, that looks a little bad. So I'm gonna put this at a safe so it won't fall. Okay. And then I'm gonna cut the ends where I can see it, not on camera. I'm sorry, but I can't exactly see from right there. So I'm gonna cut it. Okay. You see the end right there? So I take my iron. I want to sort of flatten it out and melt it onto the end. With a lighter, this is a lot harder. And then what I would normally do is I press it against the table or something, so that way you can get it as close to there. See, this doesn't look too bad, but it depends on how skilled you are with the iron and with heat. I'm okay at it, but you're gonna have a little mark on the ends. I think that's just unavoidable. So cut our other end. We'll cut our other end. And we'll melt it down. Flatten it out. And there we go. Bracelet is completely done. Both ends are like this. And both are like this. So there we go. Alright, so that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and if you guys want to have anything else, feel free to put it down in the comments below. Follow me at my Twitter, follow my Twitch, and which will be both in the description. I will start gaming, and I will start playing with other people, hopefully. And look forward to the future. Look forward to the future. I'm getting more geared up. So, I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you learned something. See y'all later.